Okay, so if anyone has questions, those can be added to the Q&A. If someone is watching this after the fact, you can always email your questions to the various schools. If you want clarity on any of the items that were shared today, and one of the administrators that the question is directed at, will get back to you. So if asking questions or emailing questions, just include, of course, your name and email address so that we can reply. And in the future, people can use the Q&A section to ask questions. And these sessions are recorded, so feel free to turn off your video if you don't want to be recorded on video. All right, so we will get started here. This is the Iron Ridge Collective. The idea is that we have one meeting where parents can gather information from all 4 schools, from administrators from all 4 schools, and we have special guests joining us for community partners and so on. We will start today with Iron Ridge Elementary, and then we will proceed down the various schools by age group from lowest to highest. And then we have our special guest, which is the Boys and Girls Club of Wolf Creek, Black Falls. So I will turn this over to Vicki Celine, principal and a new principal at Iron Ridge Elementary. So Vicki, go ahead.
Good afternoon and welcome to our collective presentation. So for the rest of the year, we have a few things happening. The grade 3s will be touring IRIC on Thursday, June 20th, and they're all pretty excited about that, and they will meet their new teachers. The last day of kindergarten is June 19th, and grade 1 to 3's last day is June 21st. Report cards will be in the parent portal on the last day of school, and there will be an email coming out with directions on how you can find that. So next year for startup, we have some big things happening. So of course, on Thursday, August 29th from 3 to 6, we will have meet the teacher and drop off supplies. So please come join us at that time and meet your teachers, drop off supplies. So there's no heavy backpacks trying to get on the bus on the first day of school. Pre-K staggered entry will be from September 3rd to 12th, and Mrs. B will talk to you or be talking to you about signing up for staggered entry. And kindergarten staggered entry, the email has already went out with a link to sign up for the 3rd to the 9th. Grade 1 to 3 will have staggered entry on September 3rd. So what that looks like is half of the class will come in the morning and the other half of the class will come in the afternoon. And when you see the teachers on Meet the Teacher Night, you can let them know if you would like a morning or an afternoon slot. We have a new start time for next year. The new start time will be 8:05 and we will end at 2:50. And that's due to the new busing that will be happening as we welcome the high school to town. So all of those things will work their way out as we try things and get the buses here for the first time and those kind of things. But we're super excited about seeing everybody in the fall. And if you haven't registered yet, please go online and register under Parent Portal or under registration, and have a fabulous summer and keep watching the website for more information.
Awesome. Thanks so much, Vicki. And I appreciate that you included the email, the school email. So if anyone has questions, you can pose questions in the activities section. At the bottom corner, there's a triangle, square, circle, so you can pose some questions for any of the principals there. But also, if you would like to email Iron Ridge Elementary directly, their email is there, and you can get that email also through their website. So thank you for including that, Vicki, and we look forward to hearing more from you guys in the fall.
Thank you, Carol.
All right, so Lacey Elliott, the principal of Iron Ridge Intermediate Campus, is grade 4 to 6, will bring us our next section.
Lacey, you're muted.
1 second. Yeah.
There I am. I've forgotten how to do this. Anyway, what I was saying was I cannot believe that we are a mere 9 days away from the end of the school year for our students. It's been a great year. It feels like it's just blown by, especially June. I know I'm a parent to 3 kids in 3 different schools, and keeping track of everything that's going on in June feels like a big job. So thanks to anybody that tunes into this now and or after the fact, just to get in the know about what's coming up. We are looking forward to kind of gearing up for next year. We've had quite a few wrap-up activities and we'll continue to do that. But one of the big events that we're looking forward to is on the 18th of June here. That's tomorrow night. Our new grade 3 families coming into grade 4 next year, as well as some new students that have registered from either outside of the district or other schools within Wolf Creek, are welcome to come to the IRIC library in the evening and just get a little bit more information about our school and meet our grade 4 staff and myself and Carol Jean-Baptiste, assistant principal as well. So we're looking forward to meeting our families and taking you on a bit of a tour around the building for anybody just wanting that sneak peek ahead of next year. And we also are doing a staggered entry, much like the elementary school, although we do ours a little bit different here. We've dedicated September the 3rd to just grade 4 students, and that's intended to make the transition to a new building a little bit less scary. You're the only kids in the building, and we have lots of people here to help you. Parents, you can send your supplies on that day with your children. It is a lot for them to carry in the doors, but it is easy enough with all the helpers here to get everything put away where everything needs to be. And your kids will know who their classroom teachers are, as Mrs. Celine mentioned, here very, very soon on the 20th. So we look forward to that. The 4th of September, we invite our grade 5 and 6 students, and they will be the only ones in the building on that day. And again, just we'll have some extra hands not handling grade 4 things that day to help everybody get settled and find their way around. And then on the 5th of September, we welcome all of our students to come for the first time as one big group here at IRIC. And that's always a really fun day. We're going to finish that day off with our Meet the Teacher event. So that is September the 5th from 4 to 7. And we always have all kinds of fun stuff to do that night. We generally have face painting and food trucks and all kinds of fun going on around the building, photo booths. It's just meant to be a time for you to come get a tour of the building from your own children who will have been in school for 2 days at that point, and meet their teachers in a more informal way and just have some fun with us here as we kick off the new school year. We are also going to be posting our report cards at the end of the year on the last day of school. So June 27th, you can expect to be able to log into your parent portal. If you have students with an IPP or an LSP, that's also available via parent portal as well. So we will not be printing copies of those things, but you are welcome to from your parent portal. If you have any questions about how to access either of those documents from your parent portal, we will be sending an email out with some directions. But if you get hung up in there, I know sometimes it can be a little confusing, just give our main office a call and we'll try to help you out as best we can. We are just celebrating coming home and surviving grade 6 camp, the second year that we have run grade 6 camp, and it was a great success. Thank you to Carol and her planning and our grade 6 teachers and the time that they've put into that. We had a really great group of parent volunteers that came and braved staying in cabins with all the kids. And I went out there in the evenings and checked in with everybody. And I can tell you it was an absolutely fantastic success. The kids had a blast and they were tired by the time they got home. But we are definitely celebrating that as a new tradition here at IRIC that has kind of come back in recent years. Mm-hmm. And we are gearing up for our grade 6s to bid farewell to us and head over to the junior campus next year. So on the 26th at 2 o'clock, you can join us if you have a grade 6 student that is saying goodbye to us. And we'll have a little farewell ceremony at that time in our gym here. So if you have grade 6 students, you'll get some information about that. And we look forward to saying goodbye. It's always so tough to see them go, but we know that they'll be taken really, really good care of over at the junior campus, and we're very excited for them to move on and try new things. You can watch for supply lists and next year's calendar on our webpage. We generally try to keep those things on there so you can access them throughout the summer just from a click of a button on your phone when you're in Staples or wherever you happen to be and you need your supply list. It's a one-pager for all 3 grades. Pretty easy to navigate, and that's where you can find that. We are also having some changes to our bell times for the busing. Here, it's probably the most significant change because we typically have ended our day later than everybody on the other side of town. So we are looking at starting our day at 8:20. Classes begin at 8:20, and we will be finishing class at 2:43, which is a big jump from the 3:20 dismissal that we currently have. So parents, current parents, please just make a note of that in your calendars or wherever you need to keep track of that, because it is a big change for us at the end of the day. The beginning, not so much, but the end that will be a big jump for us. So you just need to plan for that. We will also update that on our website, and you'll get some emails through our power announcements the way that we have throughout the year. And so we will keep you in the know, but we just wanted to give you a bit of advance warning ahead of next year. And I feel like that is all that I had on my updates list. We're looking forward to next year. Big thanks to our parents for supporting us through this year. I would say that it was a great success, and we appreciate you all.
Oh, wonderful. Thank you so much. And again, if you have questions and want to ask them now, pose them now at the bottom right-hand corner. There's a triangle, square, circle. If you click on that, there's a Q&A section. And we have people monitoring the questions. So if you have questions for any of our teachers, or sorry, any of our principals, feel free to ask, or you can always email the various principals and ask your questions directly through the website email, but you can pose your questions today. So again, in that triangle, square, circle, and these sessions are recorded. So they're being recorded right now, and we will post this later. So for questions later, you might want to email. So thank you very much, Mrs. Elliott, for your report. We're going to move on to junior high, and we have our assistant principal who's only got a couple weeks left here before she heads off into retirement. So congratulations with that. But what's going on at the junior high?
Well, thank you. First, I'll just say that Nicole Rawlinson, our principal, unfortunately couldn't attend tonight, but she did send her warmest welcomes to everybody. There's a lot going on here at the junior campus right now as we're transitioning our grade 9s. Will be going over to the new high school. So it's been today, the grade 9s had their tours of the high school, and I can tell you that they came back extremely excited about heading over there. It's really exciting for them. Also this week, it's what we call our golden ticket week, and it's because today was our last day of classes, and we start our final exams tomorrow. And so students receive their golden ticket, we call it, if all of their assignments have been completed and are into their teachers, then they receive a package where parents can sign, give them consent to not be at school when they're not writing an exam. So that's a wonderful way to get all of our assignments in, and it's kind of a win-win around here. So we also, on this Friday, we're going to have our year-end celebrations. So we have all 3 grades doing something fabulous. The grade 7s are heading off to Heritage Park in Calgary. Our grade 8s are staying here in the building, but we're calling it our summer send-off. And so they're going to be starting here with a pancake breakfast and then doing a bunch of fun activities. They're going to have a tour of the high school. We're going to feed them lunch, and they're going to have their first ever sock hop. So we have one of our staff is going to DJ that event, and then in the afternoon they're going swimming. So it's our first ever summer send off, and we're hoping it will be a hit and kind of become a tradition for our grade 8s. And our grade 9s, we are heading off to Red Deer. We are going to go to a movie, go out for lunch, and go bowling. So Friday will be a fun-filled day around here. Report card pickup is on June 27th from 1 until 2, just at the main entrance. And for any parents that would like to come and join and look through the lost and found to find all of those wonderful sweatshirts and shoes that you wonder what happened to them. Well, they might be on that table, so come and have a look. We have lots of staffing updates this year. We have 5 staff that are heading over to the high school. So we have 3 teachers, Mr. Verma, Mr. McLaren, and Mr. Gowden will be going to the comp, and as well as Mrs. Nikolai, our admin assistant, and our school social worker, Mrs. Pfeiffer, will be going over. So we have a lot of farewells at the end of this school year. Transitioning our 7s and 8s, so we talked about that. So our daily bell schedule, we're changing our schedule for next year, and we're moving to a 7-block day as opposed to a 6-block day. And our doors are opening at the same time at 7:55, but we have a later dismissal due to busing. So we now, instead of 2:25, our dismissal will be at 2:44. We're also introducing next year daily options. Currently in our 5-day rotating schedule, kids have options on day 1, 3, and 5. But next year they'll have two choices of options per term. So they'll have a day 1 and 3 option and a day 2 and 4 option. And then on our day 5, that will become our homeroom team time period for just having, that homeroom connection. We are having our open house on August the 29th from 3 to 6, when kids can bring their supplies and pick their locker that day, as well as we always have a variety of community partners that are in the building so that parents can access the resources that are available to them. We'll have a staggered entry for just the 7s and 8s. So the 7s will come on September the 3rd and our 8s will be on September the 4th. And then on September 5th, we'll have all students. It'll be quite a difference just to have the 2 grades in here. And again, we'll also be posting everything on our website. Supply lists are just being finished up, so those should be posted soon. And as well, on our open house night, that's when students will find out which homeroom that they're in. And I think that's pretty much it for our IRJC.
Awesome. So great. I love hearing about this golden ticket. That's a great plan. And
It's caused a lot of excitement, let me tell you.
I bet. Sounds pretty exciting. Some really wonderful things happening in junior high. That's great to motivate those kids. And again, any questions we have for the junior high, please feel free to put them in the questions. So where we have the triangle, square, circle, there's a Q&A spot. Feel free to throw some questions in there. But we are recording also, so people viewing this later can also email their questions in to any of our administrators. So again, thank you for the update. Now, drum roll, please. Moving on to the high school, and a little bit of a reveal, kind of has already been revealed, but our principal, Ed Coles, is here today to let us know all. I mean, he probably could have filled about 50 slides because everything is new. But Ed is giving us a little bit of an overview here of what's going on. So welcome.
Thank you. I'm going to keep it brief. We've had a steady stream of trucks driving through Iron Ridge Secondary today. So sorry, next door at the junior high for blocking traffic. But today, about a quarter of our furniture was delivered. Our whole gathering area is full of it. And now it needs to be put together and put into the different rooms. We had the grade 9s in the building today. They're quite excited, as you can imagine. I never imagined so many fingerprints could happen in one day on all the glass surfaces that we have in the new school. Little update on our interactive screens. We were supposed to have them delivered last Monday, but they were hit on the highway in the truck that was supposed to deliver them. Fortunately, we've scrambled and found all new mounts and all new TVs. And so our team was working today. They have just about all of them put up. We're just missing 3. So that's exciting. We'll have those finished up over the summer. We're going to be hosting a back to school breakfast. Date to be determined. And August 28th and 29th, we're going to be inviting students in for tours, get their ID photos for the library, things like that. And keep an eye on our social media and website for information on when students should be coming. It'll be by grade and by last name. That's all I have for now.
Awesome. And the home of the Bisons. I love it.
Yeah. So that cat was let out of the bag a little while ago. But so we are going to be the Bisons going forward. And you'll see our logo is on everything in the school, from furniture to the center of the gym. And our bleachers were installed over the weekend. And there's a little surprise on the front of them as well.
And we're really hoping for, this is a new beginning, a new era now for Black Falls, having Wolf Creek Public Schools being able to service students from pre-K all the way to grade 12. And the new high school is beautiful. Those students are going to be extremely lucky. So we're very proud. We're very excited to work as a collective. And the school opening, this was part of the whole, like, let's work together. And the goal here is to have a one-stop, maybe once a month, for parents to get information about all their children's schools. So again, if you have questions, please feel free to throw them into the question in the Q&A section. And we're moving on to our first ever community partner special guests. So our goal is each month when we have these meetings is to invite some community partners, because this is a collective that wants to work together, but also wants to work with the community. And our very first guest is the Boys and Girls Club. And I will let Beth go right ahead. And Beth, I know that you have a second presentation that I have queued up. So let me know when you would like me to move on to this one. And I'll bring in, hopefully super smoothly, the other presentation. But welcome, Beth, as our first community partner special guest.
Well, thank you, guys. My name is Beth Reitz. I'm the Executive Director for BGC Wolf Creek. And also with me today is Angela Olson, who is our Director of Childcare. And so we are super excited to finally be moving into Black Falls. It's taken a little bit of work, but thank you to all of you who have made that possible and have been so enthusiastic about welcoming us, especially Ed, as we, take up your space and your time. And what an amazing facility to be able to move into. It's just incredible. So I just briefly will say before we go into the presentation that all of this information on this slide has gone out to hopefully every child at Iron Ridge Elementary and Iron Ridge Intermediate. Thank you guys for doing that. That's the best way to get the information out. We have about 100 families who have signed up for emails that we send out regularly, and our registration opens on Thursday. So if you want to go ahead and cue that up, Carol, I'm just going to give you a little bit about Boys and Girls Club, because people are a little bit confused about what we are and what we do. And we want to be really clear moving into Black Falls that the understanding is there, that Black Falls isn't just another childcare agency. That's a piece of what we do, but it is not all that we do. And so is it there, Carol? If not, it's okay.
Yes.
Working on it.
Here we go. Okay.
Perfect. Okay. So Boys and Girls Club operates all across North America. And so our key phrase this year and last year was that opportunity changes everything. And Boys and Girls Club really strives to provide those opportunities. That's part of our mission statement. Is it coming back?
It is. Sorry. It's just because it's in one big document, so I can't manipulate
So
it the way I want.
If you slide down to the next slide there, it just, does it let you?
Yeah, 1 second here. All right. Okay, here we go. Yeah.
Perfect. So our mission and vision is it guides every decision that we make. It guides when we move into a community and the programs that we offer. And so we really emphasize that we're a safe and supportive place. We're the place that kids go when they don't have anywhere else to go. Boys and Girls Club really strives to provide programming during that latchkey time, which is that 3 o'clock to 6 o'clock time when kids are at most risk. And so that right now, as we move into Black Falls, is primarily through the after school care. However, we will expand into junior high and high school as we grow and expand in Black Falls. So if you want to just go down 2 slides there to the map, just to give you an idea. So across Canada, there is about 100 clubs serving about 600 locations. So we are part of something bigger than ourselves, and we are very proud to be able to bring that to Black Falls as we expand across central Alberta. If you move down one more, Carol, this just explains who we are in the Wolf Creek area. So Ponoka is the main office, started out as Ponoka Youth Center and became the Boys and Girls Club. We now offer programs in Rimbey, Lacombe, Ponoka. It does say Bentley on that one because we had provided programs in Bentley last year, but now that will become Black Falls. And then down just one more. This is a brief overview of all the programs that we can bring in with Boys and Girls Club. And so there's really no end to what we're willing to bring in as we determine what the needs of the community are. Right now, we're starting with the after school care and the PD days, which will then move into summer camps. And then we also plan to bring in a child therapist with us this year as well, who we will open up to schools during referrals for counseling for families. So the next is just stats on who we are locally. And so I will get you just to stop at that one. This is a little bit about the results that we see from the programming that we offer. So 84% of our youth say they are more excited to try new things after they've been involved with Boys and Girls Clubs. And one that we take a lot of pride in here is the one 77% of our youth say they are more comfortable being themselves as a result of being part of our club. And that's one that we really emphasize as we move through the equity, diversity, inclusion in our communities, and making sure that all kids feel welcome at all times, regardless of who they are. So with that, I don't think I need anything else from this slide, Carol. The needs assessment did come through really high, which we knew it would in Black Falls. And so that data is on there if you want to see it at some point. Most people aren't into data, so this was made for people who were wanting to see that. And so we right now will be opening for 45 spots. We run differently than childcare, so we don't make a monthly amount that you have to pay. You pay by the day and the days that you use only. So if you only choose one day a month, you only pay one day a month. This does make registration a little more difficult because this means that 90 families could be registered in our program instead of only 45. And that's because our program is based on what families need, not on making money. So, or we're a nonprofit, and so for that reason, it is based only on that. So it does create a little bit of nervousness with families because they're like, well, what if we're not one of the 45 families that's full-time care? Well, that's not how we operate. So you register for the days that you want, and it's first come, first serve. Subsidy is available, and so that you can apply for as, it's not quite, the links aren't ready yet because the government has to approve that. But as parents register, if they just click on the registration process, that they'll be qualifying for subsidy. They just need to click that and it'll bypass the payment process for them. And yeah, Andrew, am I missing? Oh, she's on the phone, so I can't even ask her if I'm missing anything. She's the one that does all the registrations and everything. So like I said, it opens Thursday. We're super excited to see what happens. And if your parents have any questions or concerns, just send them our way. Boys and Girls Club doesn't turn anybody away for not being able to pay. We'll always make a way. So just please make sure you refer the families that need the care. And as families that are listening to that, if you need any help in that way, please just let us know. Yeah, and that's all I have, unless there's anything, Carol, from you guys that you want to ask me.
No, I think that's great. We're excited to have you guys come in and be community partners with us to share what's going on and to see this programming come in. It's so needed, a place for students to feel safe, a place for them to be after school. So this is what we're excited about for sure. So thank you so much for being our first guest.
Oh, you're welcome.
Community partner and really helping kids out. And I love that you get to be at the new high school. So some of the kids will grow up being in the building and it won't be a scary thing. It'll be a place that they feel very comfortable. So thank you to Mr. Coles and Wolf Creek for providing that space for kids. And that brings us to the end. Again, the goal of this is that parents can get a quick an hour or less, and today it will be less than an hour, meeting to get information from all the admin to be able to interact. And again, questions can be posed in the activities section, the little triangle, box, circle, triangle, square, circle feature, but also feel free to email any of these people, any of the administrators, contact the schools if you have any questions. These are the proposed dates for the upcoming meets, and they will be posted to our websites. These recordings will be posted to our websites. And I don't believe there's any questions that we're going to address right now. Is that correct, Vince? I see you there, but no questions for now. But feel free to email your questions and your thoughts. And we thank you for joining the collective, and we look forward to working together as one big happy Iron Ridge team in Black Falls serving the community.